This conference will now be recorded.
So I'll share you the recording of the section. You can go to if anyone misses the session, right? They can go to the recordings. So let me take an example. Uh, just waiting everyone. So if you have any questions, like you can unmute and you can ask. Fine. So in a database, the data will be stored on the tables. So do you know what exactly meant by a table? Anyone?
Contains rows and columns.
Correct. Yeah. Basically, a table is nothing but it will have rows and columns. So in Oracle terminology, a row is also called as a record. Oracle terminology, a row is called a record. So I'll just show you on one simple table. So try to see this table. This is nothing but a one table. So there is an option called table. Okay. So if you see this one, right? How many columns are there in this Excel sheet? How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 columns, and how many rows are there?
14.
Yeah, I mean you can exclude the header part. So it will
Okay,
have
yeah.
we'll have
13.
13 records. Okay, so 13 rows and 8 columns. 13 rows and 8 columns. So SQL, I'll talk about SQL. So basically, SQL is subdivided into 5 different sublanguages. Okay, 5 sublanguages. It is divided into 5 different sublanguages. I'll tell you what are the sublanguages. So the first one is DDL, DML, TCL, DCL, DQL, or DRL. Okay, I'll come to these things. So, but I'll just give you the definition. This is a data definition language. Data definition language. This is nothing but data manipulation language. So by end of the session, you'll come to know what exactly meant by DDL, DML, DCL, and all. Okay, but for the timing, just try to follow data manipulation language. And the third one is a transaction control language. Uh, Fourth one is data control language. And the last one is data querying language. Data querying language or data retrieval language. Data retrieval language. Anyways, I'll come to this part later. But let me just take one simple example. Let's say there is a bank called HDFC. So before this I'll give you the definition of database. So what do you mean by a database? In simple terms, it will be used to store business information, or customer information, right? Customer information. So let's say you have an account in HDFC. Okay. So you're doing some transactions. Let's say you're maintaining your account from the past 10 years, and daily you're doing some transactions. And so the bank, as a bank, they have to maintain your data, right? Not only yours, all their customers' data they have to maintain, and they have to be in a position to provide the required information as and when the customer required. Okay, as per the customer request, they have to provide the information. Let's say you go to a bank and let's say you are requesting for like past 10 years account information. The bank has to provide that information. So in order to store the customer information, they need a database. So let's say uh, this is a HDFC, they are maintaining a database. So depending upon the different services that the bank is providing, they need to maintain the different users. I'll come to that, but let's take the bank. They're maintaining like accounts information, and they're doing insurance also, and so they'll give the, I mean, they'll take care of the account section, insurance section, and so let's say they
Loans.
have cards also. Yes, they have cards also, and they'll have loans also. Okay, so they're giving these four services to the customers. So all the accounts related information they want to store in a schema. Okay, schema one, or we'll call it as a user one. Okay, so all the accounts related information will be maintained under a schema called schema one or a user one, and all the insurance related information will be stored under schema 2. In Oracle terminology, a user is also called as a schema. So you may have n number of schemas based on the services that the bank is offering. Not only bank, it may be a finance sector or I mean telecom sector, whatever it may be. Okay? And let's say for the time being, my bank is providing four services, and I'm having four schemas. So you should have a database. Under the database, you should have four schemas or four users. Okay. Now, I'll tell you the different tools that we are using. And before that, I'll tell you the Oracle versions. So now the current version, anyone knows what is the current version of Oracle? So Oracle 19C is the latest version. Okay. Oracle 12C and Oracle 11G. Okay. Oracle, anyways. So I mean, if you know these three, right, that is enough. We have or from Oracle from 6i onwards. Okay. We have Oracle 10G, Oracle 9i, Oracle 6i. Okay, fine. But so initially we will work on Oracle 11G. So later, like after 20 days or 15 days, we will move to Oracle 12C. Okay. So this is the latest version in the available in the market. So these are the different versions available. So I'll tell you the different tools that we are using in the real time. Okay, so we are using SQL Developer and Notepad++. So before this, you need to have a Oracle database. Right? So I'll share you the link. Try to download this thing. Go to oracle.com. Okay, go to oracle.com. Let me ping you the details in the chat. You can start downloading. So once your download is completed, I'll tell you how to install the software also. So I just given the information in the chat window. So go to oracle.com and give the username and password and try to download the software. and this is Notepad++. So this is for Notepad++. So you got the link, right, everyone?
Yeah.
So just try to download, and if you have any difficulties, let me know. I'll tell you. So if you go to oracle.com and go to oracle.com, and here you will see view accounts, right? Under this you need to log in. Anyways, I already logged in. Try to log in. Once you log in, right, you need to, or else you can directly type this link. So if you can enter this link, you are able to see two zip files, right? 11G 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. You just click on this and download these two links. So once it is done, please let me know. And the other one is the link, right, which I shared. Yeah, this one. The below link is, the second link is a SQL developer. So if you can open the link, right? So you are able to see this one, right here. Windows 64-bit JDK included, right? Just click on this download, the first one. Yeah, please let me know once you downloaded these three files. I'll tell you the installation part. Okay, fine. Now let me continue the demo session. Okay, fine. So I told you, right, Oracle database. So Oracle is a database, and what do you mean by database? Database is nothing but it will be used to store the business information or the customer information. So how they are going to store the information? They are going to store the information in tables, right? In tables. So my first task is I would like to create this table. Okay. So to create this table, what I require? So I need to know the number of columns, right? What are the columns available? Right. Okay. Fine. So anyone know what do you mean by data type? Data type. So what do you mean by data type? Okay, fine. See,
Like
can you tell
mean to
me?
say character,
Yes, yes, yes.
words
So
and
data.
numeric or
Correct. Yes. See, can you tell me what is the type of information that I'm storing in employee number column? What is the type of information I'm storing? I'm storing numeric information, right? Numeric information. So for e-name, what is the information I'm storing? I'm storing
Character.
character information.
Yeah.
Job, character.
Character.
Manager,
Numeric.
number, numeric.
Yeah.
Hire date, it is a combination of numeric and
Combination of
correct.
character.
Combination of numeric and character. So I am in, and simply I can say date, right? It's a date information. Okay, this is a numeric, this is also numeric, this is also numeric. Okay, so basically the simple definition of data type is uh, the type of information, the type of information that we are storing in a particular column. Okay. So what are the data types that are available in Oracle database? So we have number, and we have char, we have varchar2, we have date. Okay. I mean, we have many other, but for the time being, as part of demo, we'll see, we'll try to concentrate on these things. So we have number, character, varchar2, date. Okay, so number will be used to store numeric information. These two, character and varchar2, will be used to store character information. This date will be used to store the date information. Okay, so you're clear, right? So we have many other data types. We have glob, blob, and b file, long. Anyways, we have different data types, but our main concentration is on these four things. So generally, glob is nothing but it is also a character information, but varchar2 has a limit. If once it reaches to 4,000, right, we'll go for glob. So this b file is nothing but it will be used to store the images. Okay, that's fine. So these are the different data types in Oracle, and to create a see yeah see I my first task is I need to create this table. Okay, and I need to insert the data. Okay, I'm opening SQL Developer. Just try to see here. So this is the Oracle SQL Developer tool. So can you see here? You're able to see different users, right? Pala, banking, cards, okay, infra, insurance, okay, loans. So you're able to see different schemas, right? So what do we call this? We will call these things as users or schemas. Okay, so let's say I am offering these many services. Okay, so then I'll have like n number of schemas. Okay, and you are able to see one user right here, sys. So basically sys is nothing but a admin. So I mean in most of the companies you will see, right, database administrator, right? So the database administrator will work on this particular user or this particular schema. Okay, so for our lecture, right, let me create a user. Okay, so how to create a user? So I'll tell you how to create a user. uh, so let me give you the syntax to create a user. Create user, you need to give the username here. Identified by, you need to give the password. So this is how you need to create a user. Okay, anyways, here you can give your username. Okay, let me create a user for create user. I'm giving the user as, let's say, this is my username, and the password which I'm giving is identified by the password. So I'm giving the password as Oracle. Okay, so this is how you need to create a user. Fine. So what is the semicolon? So the semicolon is nothing but, semicolon means it's the end of the statement. End of the statement or end of the, so the semicolon is nothing but end of the statement or end of the command. Okay, now how to execute a command? So how you are going to execute a command? So there are different ways. One is F9. Okay, so F9 is called, F9 is also, I mean, it is used to execute a single command. F9 or control plus enter. So this command will be used to execute single command. So we have one more thing called F5. This will be used to execute single or multiple commits. Okay, so you need to remember these two things, F9 and F5. Okay. Now let me go here. So can you see here there is one icon here? What is it is saying? A run statement, right? Control enter, so which is nothing but F9. There is one more icon here, a run script, which is nothing but F5. Okay, now since it is a single statement, so I'm just clicking on this one. Okay, okay, so I'm logging with the user called sys. Okay. So what it is saying, user Jaya created. Okay, user Jaya created. Now I need to configure this user, right? So just click on this connection button, give the connection name as Jaya, and this username should be the username which you have given here. Okay, and the password should be the password which you have given here. It should be case sensitive. The password should be case sensitive, and click on the save password, and try to click on save here. So once you click on save, right, can you see the user got added here, Jaya, right? Now just click on test. Just click on test. Okay, so once you click on test, right, so I'll tell you here the database name should be Oracle. I'll tell you how to give the database name and all. So once you're ready with the software, right, I'll show you how to create the database and all. So what it is saying, user Jaya lacks create session privilege, log on denied. Okay, just try to remember this. User Jaya lacks create session privilege, log on denied. Okay, so even though the user got created, right, but this user doesn't have a privilege to log into the session. Okay, see, I'll tell you. I'll tell you one simple example. Let's say you're going for an interview for a company, right? So what they will do? They'll give you a temporary access, right? Temporary ID card. So which will have the privilege to enter into a HR room or a interview discussion room, right? So you'll have by default the temporary card which the admin gives you, right? It will have the access to enter into two departments. So one is to enter into the HR department or the interview panel. Okay. So similarly, Oracle also, whenever you create any user, it will have you need to give two default privileges. Okay, two default privileges. So whenever you create a user, by default, you should give two privileges. Okay, to the user. See, you can simply correlate with this interview example. So if any person enter into a company, they'll issue a temporary ID card. Okay, using the temporary ID card, he may have the access to enter into the HR department and the interview discussion room. Okay, he'll have two privileges. Okay, similarly, or whenever you create any user, all Oracle recommends to give two default privileges. So those are nothing but grant, connect, resource to Jaya. Okay, so what you're trying to do here, you are trying to give, this is nothing but a HR room, this is nothing but an interview room. Okay, just correlate with this thing. So you are giving two default privileges to Jaya. Fine. So what it is saying, grant succeeded. Now try to go here, Jaya, and just go to properties. Click on test now. If you click on test, right, now click on test. So what it is saying, success, right? So earlier you have, I mean, you got an error, right? User Jaya lacks create session privilege, log on denied, right? Now it is success. Now you understood the, significance of grant, right? So you understood grant significance. You understood create, right? How to create a user. So any questions still here?
No, Bala. I think this is good.
Okay. Right. Now my first task is I need to create a table, right? I need to create a table and I need to save this information. So that is my task. Now, so how many columns I have? I have around 8 columns. Right? So I have around 8 columns. This employee number, it will store numeric information, right? So I'm giving number. Okay. So giving a number of, let's say, 5. Okay. Number of 5. And this employee name, it will store character information, right? Similarly, job, it is also it will store character information, right? Manager, it's numeric, right? See, I'm just typing here and I'll tell you how it works. Higher date means it's a date column, right? It's a date data type, correct? Salary, number, right? Commission, it is also number. Department number, this is also number. So this is the structure. Okay. Now I'll tell you the syntax to create a table. So create table, you should give the table name. Table name, open brace, close brace, semicolon. So wherever you see semicolon, right, which means that is the end of the statement. Now here what you need to do, you need to give the column name, right? Column name, data type, and you need to provide the size. Okay. So this is how you need to like create a table. Let's say I'm giving the column name as column name 1, column name 2, so and so on. Okay. So if you have like around 15 columns, you need to have 15 such statements. Okay. So each and every column should be separated with a comma, and for the last column you should not give any comma. Okay. So let me give column 3. Okay. See? So for the last column you shouldn't give any comma. So this is the syntax to create a table, like column 3 and column 4, column 5. Okay. So this is how you need to create a table. Now, so before creating the table, just try to open the schema. See, right click on the user and click on connect. Okay. So you are able to connect to the user called Jaya or schema called Jaya. Now, can you see different objects here? So try to see what are the different objects that you are checking. So Jaya, are you able to follow, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So these are the different objects that you are able to see, right? So basically, the Oracle course is nothing but knowing about all these things. Fine. So earlier I told you that in Oracle you have two parts, right? SQL and PLSQL, right? So under SQL, you will have these things. So these 4 comes under PLSQL part, and the rest of the things will come under SQL part. Okay. So these 4 comes under PLSQL, and everything comes under SQL. So this is the So these are the different components in SQL and PLSQL. There are lot many other things. For table we have different things. Okay. I'll try to explain everything in detail in later classes. But for the time being, just try to see what are the different objects available in Oracle. Okay. So can you please go on mute? Okay. Okay. See, these are the different Oracle objects, right? We'll start with creating a table. So I already given you the syntax to create a table, and I know the different columns that are required for the table to create. Now let's say my table name is EMP. Okay, so this is my table name, and these are the different columns. Okay, so let me give the table name here. This is my table name. And so before creating this, try to observe you have any tables or not. So if you can expand this one, right, you can able to see different, the tables which are available in under Jaya user. Okay, so currently you don't have any tables, right? Now let me create a table. So if you have any questions, you can stop me. Fine. So this is the table name, and these are the different columns, and varchar to number data, the data type. Okay. Now let me create this table. How to create this table? I can click this button, right? It is saying table created. Just go here and refresh. So earlier you don't have any tables. Now I created one table. So this is my table name. If you can expand this one, right, you can see different columns, right? Just click on this table. So see, this is my table name. This is the data type and size. Clear? And so there is another tab called data, right? If you click on this data, you can see the data, but currently you don't have any data, right? You don't have any data. So there is a button here. Can you see here? Insert row. Okay. So how many records I need to insert? Tell me. I need to insert 13, right? 13 records, right? Now let me insert 13 records here. Okay. Let me copy the data and paste here. Okay. So there is one more button here, right? Commit changes, right? Commit changes and rollback changes, right? See, commit changes, rollback changes. This is insert row. And let me just note it down, the terms that you see. See, you're just seeing insert, right? There is a button called insert, and you have seen a button called commit, and you have seen a button called rollback. Insert, commit, rollback, right? So you have seen 3 buttons: insert, commit, and rollback. Now, so after inserting the data, right, I'm clicking on this button. So commit means it will store the data permanently into the table. Okay. Anyways, you will learn in detail about all these things, but just try to follow. Anyways, I'm going to repeat everything in future classes. So this is how you need to insert the data. Okay. So any questions so far? And one more, the last thing, I'll just conclude. See how to see the data from a table. How to see the data from a table. So how to see the data? See, you just clicked on this one and you went to data tab and you are able to see the data, right? But this is not the way. There is another way by using a select statement. Okay, select. You need to give the columns, and you should provide the table name from table name. Okay, so this is how you need to see the data. See, there is one more point. Here, star represents all columns. Okay, all columns of the table. Okay, select star from, what is my table name? EMP, right? Let's click on this. So you can see the data, right? So whatever the data that you are seeing here can be seen in this window also by using a select statement. Clear? Clear, right? Any doubts?
No, Bala.
Okay. So Jaya, you are clear, right? Jaya and Shahnaz and Shivalabhi.
Star represents all columns, Bala.
Yes, yes, yes. Star represents, star means all columns of the table.
Speed cutter
So
outrage now, sir.
let's say
Why it's not?
He's
star
tricking.
means all the columns. Let's say I don't want to see all the columns. I want to see only employee number, employee name. Okay. Just give the columns here. The columns which you want to see. Okay. Let's say you want to see all the columns. Just give star. Yeah. Okay. So let me conclude here. See, earlier we discussed about the different sublanguages in Oracle, right? So I told you there are 5 different sublanguages, right? Now, I'll tell you what are the things comes under. See, what do you want by DDL? Data definition language. Okay, data definition language. So you created a user, right? See,
Yeah.
here you have created a user. So this create statement will comes under data definition language. Okay, you have created a user and you have created a table also, right? Creation of table also. So this create command will comes under data definition language. Okay, so what do you mean data manipulation language? You have inserted few records, right? With the keyword insert, right? You have inserted few records with the keyword insert. So this insert will comes under data manipulation language. Okay, I mean there are other options: insert, update, and delete. Okay. So I mean these things we'll see later, but for the time being, I'm just trying to explain you what is meant by data DDL, DML. Okay. So what is this transaction control language? You have seen commit and rollback, right? This commit and rollback will comes under commit rollback will comes under transaction control language. So what is this data control language? You have seen grant, right? You
Yeah.
have seen grant, right? So where you have seen a grant? So you are giving some
Yeah.
privileges
Two.
to the user, correct? So this grant, yeah, this grant will comes under, yeah. So this grant comes under data control
Data
language.
control.
What is this DQL DRL? Select. Okay, this select statement will comes under data querying language or data retrieval language. You are going to retrieve the information from the table, or you are querying the data from the table. So now you got some idea, right? What exactly meant by SQL? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
See, there are a lot of other things: create, alter, drop, okay, rename, drop column. There are many other things, but for the time being, so as for the demo, you understood what do you mean by SQL and what are the different sub languages available in the SQL. So we have data definition language, data manipulation language, transaction control language, data control language, data querying language, or data retrieval language. Clear? Okay. So any question?
Yeah, sir, it's clear, but during the session, for few seconds, your screen is getting struck, sir.
What is
Struck.
it?
During the session, for the few minutes, your screen is getting struck off for few
Oh, okay.
seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe
Yeah,
like it
everything
is
is
a
clear.
network. Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Maybe it's a network issue. Is it,
Ah,
I
yeah.
mean, is it same with everyone?
Yeah, sir, could you make your font size somewhat big?
Yes. Yes. I'll do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So I'm saving the notes here. Oracle notes dot SQL. So let me put the date here. Uh, so this single file will contain, I mean, all the class notes. Okay. So this is day one. Okay. So similarly, if you do, okay. Okay, fine. Let me copy all the comments which I told you. Yes, I'll copy this, and this is how you need to create a user. Fine. So I'm stopping the recording.